Welcome to Grandad's Art Space with me, Terry. I've just thought I'd bring an update of what I've been doing and show you what I've achieved. I've had to come downstairs because the light upstairs is absolutely dire, so this should be better. So here is my completed Covenant regiment in all its glory. Relatively standard sized regiment. Now I'll give a close up of the musketeers. Got a sergeant on the corner. I've decided to start putting sergeants in my musket block as well as sometimes throwing in a standard bearer, because musket blocks do have sergeants, so somebody needs to organise them. So I decided to do that. Some of these figures really turned out lovely. Well, most of them did actually. And this is Lieutenant General William Bailey's regiment. I haven't got Bailey done yet. He's upstairs on the workbench, so he'll be joining them soon. And also, I have finished that first gun. Quite impressed with the way this has turned out. Put it on the slant so you can see it. It's a huge, great monster of a gun. So I don't know quite what to class it. I know it's not a Saker, a culverin or something similar. So what else we'll do now is I will set up the entire Scots army so far for you to have a look at. Okay, bear with me, back in a minute. Okay, welcome back. Right, you can see there at the back, that is my army commander. That is Lord Leven on his stand with his personal standard, drummer, an officer, and a musketeer. See if I can. That's my command stand. I've done that flag myself. Couldn't find his own personal one, so I made it myself. It's run a little bit, but it's alright. I quite like it. Then, of course, you've got the new William Bailey's. So Bailey will be up front and centre there when he's finished. Next to them, we then have my second regiment, and is the colonel. I'll remember the regiment in a minute. Loudon's. That's Colonel Loudon. That's his personal standard, and he's got a musketeer with him as well. So he goes at the front on his regiment. Obviously, when they're in battle, he'll be at the side or at the back, wherever. But that's his regiment, all done. Then next to him, we now have the cannon, one off. So I've got to get a couple more cannons to go in there, and then we start with the cavalry. Now, I know it looks odd at the moment, and that's because of a certain reason. I've got 3 regiments set up here at the moment. The centre regiment is the one that's finished. The one at the back is waiting for one officer and 1 trooper, and the one at the front is waiting for 2 more lancers and 2 officers. So basically what I do is, because in Scotland at this period, horseflesh wasn't very widely available, and what wasn't very good. So to mimic that on the battlefield, I've cut the regiments in half, and the rule will only be trotters. So out of a box of lancers, I can get 2 regiments. But the problem is I ain't got enough figures of particular poses, so I have to wait till I've got another box and then transfer what's out of that box into the regiments that I've already got going. So this regiment here, this is Arnott's regiment. So that one's all finished. As I say, I've got a officer because I'm classing the bugler on this one as an officer, and I need an officer or even a cornet to go on there because I can use maybe him as the officer. They all rank up the same anyway. And on the front here, I need another lancer unit and 2 officers. But I've got the cornets for these 2, but I just can't remember what they are off the top of my head now. And then I've got another box of lancers ready to do. So that will complete those 2 regiments. There'll be 3 regiments of horse, 1 gun at the moment, 2 regiments of foot. So at the moment, that's looking quite good. Obviously, I've got to get, that's not a full army. I've got to get another couple of regiments of foot in there. But it doesn't look much, admittedly, for the work I've put into it. But you've got to remember that not only am I doing the Covenanter army, but I'm doing a Royalist army and a Parliamentarian army. So if I was to take all those others and put them all together, yes, I would have a big army. But they're all split up. So I'll remove these and I'll set up the Royalists and the Parliamentarians for you to have a look at. I'll just give you one quick go over them again. I really enjoy doing the Covenanters, even though they're all grey. It's the fact that they look like a real army in all their same colour grey. I really did enjoy doing that, God. We'll get another one of those. That's them so far. Right, be back in a minute. Okay, welcome back. Now, here we have the start of my Parliamentarian force. This is Fairfax regiment. Almost said brigade then. It's not new model, not yet. This is one of the large regiments, simply because Fairfax was the general, the army, but in this instance, at the moment, he is with his regiment. I don't know whether I shall have him as the controlling general. I might. I'll see. If so, then I'll have to redo his stand because there's only three on his stand at the moment. Close. That's Fairfax. I don't like the Fairfax figure from Warlord games. I don't like the way sort of like the horse looks as though he's trying to jump over a fence, and Fairfax sort of like looks as though he's half drunk. I just don't like it. So it's not in my army. So that is Fairfax's regiment. I'm not sure whether I'm going to replace the flags yet. I might, because the other ones I've got are bigger. But quite like those. So I'll see. I've done those myself. But I might swap them over. I don't know. And this is Fairfax's own regiment. This was the one I was working on a few weeks back. That's his own cavalry regiment. And that flag I was trying to do, that corner, caused me so much trouble getting all those wiggly things on. Well, that's one of three. He had three regiments of horse. One was commanded by his brother, one by himself, and one by one of his other officers. And then his father, Ferdinand, was in command of the foot regiment. So I may even have that command base there as Ferdinand. I could do quite easily. And then I might do actually, and then have another base set up with Fairfax on of my choosing. And then we swing over, and this is Newcastle's foot, another huge regiment. I'm only having two big regiments, primarily the general commander-in-chief's regiments will be the biggest. After that, they come down to what they class as standard size regiments, which was like the Covenanter regiments you saw. But these ones, because they are the C&C's regiments, I make them bigger. And these don't have sergeants in the musket blocks, simply because I hadn't thought about it then. So I'm not stripping these apart to put a sergeant on. What I might do is give them 2 extra musketeers each to increase their musket rank. Put a sergeant and a musketeer in. That'd look quite good. So I might just do that. Come along. All of these, as you can see, are a mixture of white coats and red coats. Newcastle's regiment wasn't fully white coated. There was all sorts of coats. So I've mixed them up so you've got white and red coats in there. And they also used to wear blue berets, like the Scots. For some reason, I'm not sure. Don't know why they did, but they did. So I've got them, some of them wearing blue berets as well. And this is the colonel, Newcastle, his horse, with his standard. Now that standard is a metal flag. I don't like the metal flags, they're horrible. They're too thick. But rather than throw it away, I thought, well, I'll just use it as a standard colonel's colours. I do like this figure at the front, this musketeer. That was either from Empress or First Corps. Beautiful figure, really painted up nice. I love the way he's blowing on his pan to get the match little burning just before he opens his pan. Then I actually painted eyes on him. He looks weird, really weird with eyes. So that was when I decided, after I'd painted him, I ain't painting eyes on figures anymore because they look really weird. I just don't seem to be able to paint them right. So that's now with this regiment, Newcastle. I know he was in control, in command at Master Moore, but I'm thinking I might just have Charles I or Rupert, because I've got to do Rupert's bluecoats next for the Royalist side. So I might just have Rupert in charge because I've got his horse to do as well. At the back, I put them all in one line because I couldn't get them all in a block. But that is Crawford's cavalry. Doesn't look a lot, and in the grander scheme of things, no, it isn't. When you think that's the Parliamentarian, that's the Royalist at the moment. But like I said before, if I was to put all this lot together in one army, paint them all up into one army, I'd possibly have a division there with all that lot, apart from the guns. So I've got what, 1, 2, 3, 4 infantry, 2 of them being massive infantry blocks. I've got 4 on the other, 4, 5, 6 cavalry. No, I'm not quite a division, but there's a lot of figures. So, but they've got a lot more to go yet. So, there's a lot more infantry to do with both of these. And then I've got the Royalist Rebel Army, which I've got upstairs to do, but you know, at least that's not as big. That's only a small army compared with all of these. Montrose didn't have a great deal of troops, so he will only get one of those Covenanter type regiments, and the rest will be 3 bands of Irish, 3 bands of Highlanders. No horse. He was limited on horses. Most of them ran off anyway. I might just give him a couple of lancers, but if I do, that's all 6 lancers. He didn't have a lot. He had quite a lot of guns, so I'll sort of get a load of leather barrel guns to give him. But other than that, yes, it's coming on nicely. So that's where I am at the moment with my English Civil War. Have a nice day, everyone. Take care. Looks like we're slowly coming out of lockdown now. Yeah. God bless. Bye.